What's up, fuckers? Terry here from Blunt Trips. I am coming to you from Lowry Park in Aurora, Colorado. I am covering part 2 to my Colorado Dead Men Walking series. And today's subject actually involves 2 people. There is 3 total on death row before Colorado halted all executions. In part 1, I covered the subject of that, Nathan Dunlap, but today it's about 2 other killers. The first one being Sir Mario Owens and his partner Robert Ray. They are the last 2 of 3 remaining people on Colorado's death row when Colorado stopped all death row executions. Now, on the night of July 4th, 2004, there was a music festival slash party celebration for the 4th of July. And of course, there was a large gathering here. I do not know if it was Pavilion 1, which is right in front of me, or Pavilion 2, which I'm about to walk over to. But why I head that way, I'm going to tell you what happened. So, on the night of July 4th, 2004, during that celebration, at some point, things got out of hand. And victims Gregory Vann and Marshall Fields, I guess, went to stop a fight or something that Sir Mario Owens and Robert Ray were starting or involved in, or something like that. The details are very, very sketchy and hard to find. If you look online, you will not see very many details of this case. You will find very, very few pictures. And even on YouTube, very few people covered this one. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. Colorado and Aurora, just the city alone, has no shortage of crimes. Like, we've had the Dark Knight shooting here within a few miles. There's been a few. There's been a few crimes. But one thing about this case, as well as in the first episode of this series, with Nathan Dunlap, these 2 murderers also went to the same high school as Nathan Dunlap. So you got all 3 death row inmates that are from the same city, committed their crime in the same city, went to the same high school, and there's even more coincidence I'm going to show you here later in this episode. Just a small world, small city, and a lot of shit goes down here in Aurora, Colorado. Anyways, as I was saying, Sir Mario Owens at some point shot Gregory Vann. Shot and killed him right here at this park. This is where Gregory Vann died. I don't know if it was Pavilion 1 or Pavilion 2 that the celebration was at, like I said. But it happened at this park. Okay, so after Sir Mario Owens shot Gregory Vann and killed him, Marshall Fields chased him chased Robert Ray and Sir Mario Owens. Chased them, and at that point, Robert Ray shot Javad. Now, Javad survived that shooting, but the story doesn't end here. This is only the start of this crime. And so, Robert Ray was arrested, but Sir Mario Owens was still out on the streets. This is Pavilion 2. I don't know this to be the place where the celebration was taking place, but I suspect Pavilion 2 to be where they were having the celebrations that night. Certainly a larger area over here by Pavilion 2 for a large gathering / music festival and things like that. Now remember, this did take place in 2004, so shit does look a little bit different. But this would be the park that it happened at, where the crime started. Now, again, Robert Ray was arrested for the attempted murder of Javad Marshall Fields, but Sir Mario Owens was out still. One last look at this park. Then I'm going to take you to the next location. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this story. So we are standing at the corner of South Dayton Street and East Idaho Place here in Aurora, Colorado. We're approximately 4 miles from the last location we were just at, the park. I was 3.8. And the reason we are here today is to show you where this crime picked up. Of course, this happened now in 2005. It was almost 1 year after the original shooting of Gregory Vann, which involved Sir Mario Owens and Robert Ray. Now, Robert Ray was in jail at the time, but Sir Mario was out here on the streets. And from inside the jail, Robert Ray ordered the hits. Ordered a hit on Javad Marshall Fields to stop him from testifying in court against Robert Ray. And Sir Mario Owens did just that. Right here in this intersection, as Javad Marshall Fields and his girlfriend, Vivian Wolfe, were going to dinner, they were gunned down and killed. And that's where this crime picks up again. So now, the surviving witness from the first attack back at Lowry Park, Javad Marshall Fields, is no longer a witness. And they took his girlfriend at the same time, both 22 years old. 22. Right here at this intersection is where they died. I could not tell you which way they were traveling. I couldn't tell you which restaurant they were going to. But I know they didn't expect to get shot and killed that night. they thought with one of the people involved in the crime that they were witness to behind bars that they were fairly safe. And the other one they figured was on the run because he had already killed somebody and the police couldn't find him here in Aurora, Colorado. Again, these guys were out partying and getting rowdy and got stupid, and now 3 people are dead because of it. Once again, this is the intersection of South Dayton Street and East Idaho Place. There was a memorial here at one time. I have looked for it. I do not see it. But this crime was over 15 years ago. All right. Well, that wraps up this location. I'm off to the next. What's up, fuckers? Terry here from Blunt Trips, coming to you from Fairmont Cemetery in Aurora, Colorado. It is a little windy out here today, a little chilly. I'm sorry if I'm a little shaken. I thought a hoodie would be enough, but it's getting colder as the clouds get darker. I don't know if you can see them in the background, but looks like a storm's rolling in. And being Colorado, you never know if it's going to snow or what. Anyways, yes, I was at this grave for the last episode. It's another thing in common with this case, as well as the first episode's subject, Nathan Dunlap. All 3 committed their crimes in Aurora, Colorado. All 3 went to the same high school. And all 3 have a victim, at least one, right here in this graveyard, cemetery, sorry. And we're gonna go see if we can find the victim, the first victim of that shooting, Gregory Vann. So come along with me, let's go find his fucking grave. Here lies Gregory L. Vann. Victim, July 4th, 2004, at Lowry Park, shot by Sir Mario Owens. One of 3 of the last remaining Colorado death row inmates. But this is where Gregory Vann will lay for eternity. Why Sir Mario Owens gets another chance. Get to live. And as I said earlier, this is a very popular graveyard. There's over 70 famous graves, but just in this section alone, there's at least 3 cases that I've covered so far on my channel. There's this one, and just down there we have Colleen O'Connor and Isaiah Scholes. I'll show you how close they are. A lot of young people buried out here, just in this section 68. But there's Gregory Vann, shot and killed on 4th of July, out celebrating. There's probably many more cases out here that I will be covering. Maybe not in section 68, but I'm sure there's going to be other cases out here. Like I said, there's over 70 famous ones. There is actors out here, governors, all kinds of people, murder victims. But just to show you how close he is to my last case. Right over here is going to be another famous grave. That I just covered. There. That was in the last episode of my Colorado's Dead Men Walking series. Again, she was the victim of the Chuck E. Cheese shooting. And a lot of these shooting cases, because here this month comes the anniversary of the Columbine shooting. And Isaiah Iman Scholes was one of those victims. So yeah, you got a lot of young ones out here that were killed by guns. A lot of them. Now, my channel isn't all about gun killings, but so far all the crime series I have covered all involve guns. Now, I'm not against guns, nor am I against or pro death penalty. I'll leave that for you people to decide. But the men that put these victims here in these graves, all three of them, their lives were spared on death row. Anyways, with that said, I am Terry from Blunt Trips. If you haven't liked and subscribed, be sure to do so. And I am out of here.